So this is our third visit to one of our favorite haunts. This was one of our favorites last year. We've loved it every year that we've been there. Very popular haunt. You got to get there early. We went this time around, checked it out. Cicero Town Hall of Horrors. How was 2014?
Fantastic. I mean, just when you think, it's so great every year, and this is the third year we've been there, you think, well, they can't, how much better can it be? Because it's already so good, you're like, what else can they do? Well, they happen to do it. They happen to just add more and more, getting more and more creative. And set design was just outstanding. I mean, it's always been, but I mean, this year, they just seem to do more and more with it. And I just got to mention this really cool, one of the guys that are in the haunt, he's got this doll. It's like, it kind of looks like Linda Blair from The Exorcist, and it makes he's like, yeah. Oh, that was great. I loved it. He's walking around with it, the thing. It's just great. It was so cool. But that was just a small part of everything. I mean, the set design, just from the beginning, there was a funeral scene. Very well done. Creepy atmosphere. And you have a little bit of everything in here. So this one, I know it was 6 chainsaws last year. Once again, 6 chainsaws. I loved it. This is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those haunts that, even though it's really great, you sometimes think twice about going, because if you don't get there at the right time, you're going to be stuck in a big long line because it's extremely popular. But
or you have to pay VIP.
Yeah, or you can pay for the VIP. It's one of those things that you're like, yeah, we got to go, but you have to time it right. So you think about these things. But every time you're in there, once you make it in there, it's like, yeah, this was totally worth it. And this year, it was completely redesigned. There were some old favorites from last year, but they were all in different places or done slightly differently. Like, for example, they opened up the basement last year, and it's sort of like a mental asylum, abandoned mental asylum down there. This year it was also open, but parts of it were different. So when you walk down in the basement, it was dark down there, and there's a guy scraping like a pipe or a piece of metal on the ground, dressed like a patient, and he's just waiting for you. Okay, and he comments while you're in there. And there was a guy hanging from the pipes when we walked down there. And this is, mind you, this is in an old town hall building. It's abandoned, so they use the whole building to great effect. For example, there's a real bathroom that we walked through, a completely bloody, covered in blood bathroom, and there's, of course, a creepy guy hiding out in the bathroom in what would be a shower, and he jumps out at you. Set design, outstanding. The smoke effects, the fog effects, the lighting effects. We were fortunate enough to go in just 2 of us, so we got the full attention from everybody. There's a 3D section in there. There's a whole 3D section inside the haunt, which is brand new. And the whole beginning is different. The funeral scene, there's a crypt scene that is just outstandingly good. You'd never know you're inside an office building because it looks creepy in there. It looks like you're outdoors. There's a sort of a mausoleum setting. There's a room where there are severed bodies all over. There's even a white maze, and we don't like white mazes, but this one was done really well for 2 reasons. One is the strobes were set in such a way that you never really lost sight of where you had to go. Your eyes took a second or 2 to get adjusted, but you could always kind of see where you had to go, so you weren't stumbling around. And the second thing, there was this creepy, like, mental patient guy in there. He started out and he just laughed at us. He was like, and he followed us the whole way through. And he just, every now and then, it was just funny. That's all he did, but it was the funniest thing. So the actors make it. It's quite long. It's between 15 and 20 minutes long. It's well worth it. It's on multiple levels in an old creepy building. You can't beat it. Cicero Town Hall of Horrors, Hall of Fame, 6 chainsaws, 2014.
You gotta mention the food too.
Oh yeah.
There's bonus.
And we don't add chainsaws to the rating for the food, but if you're hungry and you can only make it to one haunt, go here because they have food right there. You don't have to worry about it.
It's
Not only that,
delicious.
but they go around the line and they bring different types of food, and you could buy it right while you're waiting in line, certain types of the food. But homemade Mexican food, it's outstandingly good. From Nando's. This year it was Nando's. Remember that name, Nando's. Look them up online. They're on Facebook too. Great food.
Delicious
great, outstanding
food.
Homemade Mexican food. You can't beat it. It's a recommendation of the Horror Tours.
Yes, it's more than just the haunt. You get the whole package. You get food.
That's right.
It's like...
There's entertainment. There's a DJ there. You can even get dessert. But remember, Nando's comes recommended. We Horror Tours, we need food and sustenance to get us through all these haunts.
Right, because it's a busy schedule. We got to eat.
That's right. We have to eat on the run. And this is a great place to go and eat. While you're waiting for the haunt or before or after the haunt, it's excellent. Nando's, remember that.